Hey guys, welcome back to Carey Digital, where I teach side hustlers and small business owners how to create, connect, and earn online. Now, what does that look like? I teach you how to build and maintain your online presence, share with you ways to make money online, as well as digital tools to help you level up in your business and side hustle. In today's video, it's going to be a little different and some fun as well. So I remember just randomly the other day that, or it's not the other day really, it's like about last year, that I created one of my first side hustles online, right? And I had created a video, I should say, and put it out on YouTube. So that was one of my first YouTube videos. That was back in 2011. I was fresh out of university and I was trying so many things. If you have never heard before, I shared my video and some of the things I learned when I started making money online and the skills, using skills I already had. You want to check that video out here. But in today's video, as I said, I'll be reacting to that video, looking at myself and critiquing, as well as just sharing some things I wish I knew at that time, when I started that side hustle and promoting it online. So let's get right into it. So what you guys probably didn't know, that while I was in university, I started a side hustle called 1104 Creative, and that's where I was selling my services. At that time, I called it 1104 Occasion, and I was just selling my services in graphic designing just to make some extra money, right? And I'll be reacting to that video right now. All right, so let's go. Welcome to 1104 Occasion, Creativity with a Difference. I'd like to say a big thank you for all the love and support that we have been receiving. We greatly appreciate it. My name is Carey Digital, and I am the Creative Director of 1104 Occasion. For those of you who are here for the very first time, let me just remind you of what we do. 1104 Occasion specializes in personalized items for all occasions, both social and corporate events. We do personalized items such as bookmarkers, photo collages, portraits, photo books, and souvenirs. You may contact us by phone at 456-8287 or email us at 1104occasion@gmail.com. Become a part of our family on Facebook and also follow us on Twitter. We thank you, Jerry, for all the love and support once again, and we hope to hear from you soon. Oh, I literally smiled so hard just watching that video because I remember at that time I was in university. I think I said I did it in 2011, but I started this side also before 2011. I just put out a video at that time. And one of the things, I think I talk about this a lot, like one of the skills that I am naturally great at is graphic designing. I learned that skill from my mother, who is also a self-taught graphic designer. And for years I denied or just didn't want to live up to the reality that I was good at graphic designing. And so just watching back this video reminds me that, what would I say, like your path is your path. Even when you try to run from it, your path is your path. And I was watching that video and I was smiling so hard as well because, for one, I was really like I'm introverted, guys. Like, there's no denying about that. But at that time, I was just so shy. I remember I was at one of my friend's house and I sat down and I scripted that video. If you listen to how I spoke in that video, like, my never itch. It sounds so rehearsed. Like, I was like, listen, I put in a video out on YouTube, but can't make it look good and sound good. But it also feels inauthentic. It just feels so rehearsed. And one of the things I would really share is that if it's your first time putting out a video and you're an introvert,
try to be yourself as best as possible, because I'm introverted right now, and what I do when I'm creating my videos online is just to bring some of my personality. That a lot of you wouldn't know unless you know me, right? And in that video, but just stiff, so in Jamaican words, when them say a stiff, it's just like, oh, hi, I'm Carey-Lee and of 1104 occasion and whatever. And trust me, I'm not being too hard on myself about that video, but it really made me realize how far I've come and how growth is such a beautiful thing, and how just starting where you are can lead you to great paths, right? And yeah, that video is, every time I watch it, it's so heartwarming. I remember sometime last year or even a year before, I think, I remember, I said, oh my gosh, I did put out a video on YouTube, let's just watch it. And I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, look at Carey back in 2011, like really hungry, wanting to learn, wanting to share, wanting to put things out there, but just not knowing how to do it. And that was just one of the ways I thought I could put myself out there. I can tell you, if you realize that video got very little bit, like the views just a little bit on the video, so I think I got like, let me check.
Welcome to.
I have like 137 views now, and that's a totally different channel. And yeah, it's just amazing to watch. Like, if you see the smile, it's just amazing to watch how I've grown, guys. So what would I say, what would I definitely share is, when I created this business side also, as I said, I created it while I was going to university, is not to give up. Because when I created the business, I was getting a lot of sales. I wouldn't say a lot of sales. I was getting sales. I was getting sales from my friends. I was getting sales from my mom friends. Persons were ordering and, buying my services. And if you realize, at that time, I was using my graphic designing skills to sell personalized items. So I was creating portraits and greeting cards, and now and then I'd create business cards and that kind of thing. And the reason why I say, I would say to myself, what would the advice I would give to myself at that age is to keep going. Keep going. Like, what if I hadn't stopped at that time and dabbled in many other things? Probably how much further I would have been in that same business, just saying. But also thinking back, if I hadn't stopped and dabbled in other things, then maybe I wouldn't have probably find back this path, I would probably say. But yeah, one of the things I definitely want to say is, don't stop. You might be starting out in your side hustle as well, and it feels overwhelming. You don't know where to start, and you're starting what you have, and you're starting what you know, and you're starting based on what other people advise you to do, and you might not be getting any results. But I would say keep going. Yeah, definitely keep going. Another thing I would say to myself at this time is to step outside of your comfort zone, or step outside of my comfort zone, because I was so much in a shell. Like, I had the skills, people were commending me on my skills, I was getting sales, as I said, but I was also in my comfort zone. Again, I used a lot of things saying, oh, I'm so shy, I'm introverted. So I was just doing things that felt comfortable for me. I did what felt comfortable at the time in terms of reaching out to people. I really didn't do that much. I didn't do it much. I just did what felt like doing it safe kind of thing, and stayed within that limits. Never stretch myself, none tall. I can tell you that, none tall. And yeah, I think I sat down a lot of times during this moment and waited for opportunities. And if you watch my video that I recently shared on things I wish I knew before I started an online site, also one of the tips I shared was, don't wait for opportunities. And you want to check it out here. Don't wait for opportunities when you're starting out any hustle, anything. You need to go there and get it. You need to ask, you need to talk, you need to promote, you need to sell. You just need to get at it. And that's one of the advice I've given to myself at this age, and in this present time, at that time I should say. And the last tip I think I would have for myself at this age was to network. Like, girl, you need to network. Again, I was just fresh out of university when I did this video, and when I created these videos in university. So again, it was just people who I knew within my space who I was selling it to, and to be honest, probably I wasn't selling it to a lot of persons either. So yeah, definitely network, stretch myself, and don't stop. Those are three things I would have definitely said to myself. But it's a great video in terms of just looking how I put myself together. My hair was just nicely, like laid and stuff. I had on my lip gloss. I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, and I sat down and I rehearsed. I remember, guys, how I sat down and I just rehearsed the entire script. And I think I recorded it so many times, like literally probably even more than 10 times. And I did not stop until I got it perfect. And that's the last tip, I should say. The fourth and final tip, or advice I give to myself, I should say, is don't try to be so perfect. Guys, that's one of the biggest challenges I have as a person overall, is that I feel like everything must be perfect. Guys, even when I record my videos, sometimes when I watch back the video and I realize how I slipped up, I said the wrong word, and how I stutter a little bit, or I fumble over my words, or I talked a little too fast, I was like, that not as good as I want it to, and I have to sit with myself and like, you won't be perfect. You're still learning all this, and you're still figuring out this thing. So just take time with yourself, pace yourself, and stop trying to be so perfect. My friends will tell you, oh, I have this perfectionist thing about me. Everybody will tell you. Everybody who know me will tell you I have this perfectionist thing about me. It's a thing that works for me and against me, but it's also something that I would say I've been working very hard at working on. And yeah, as I said, I did the script multiple times, and I didn't stop until it was perfect. But looking back at it now, it feels a little too stiff. look little bit stiff, but you can see that, I really enjoy what I was doing at this time, and I just wanted it to get out there to people. And I'm not sure how many people saw it. I don't recall anybody calling me to say, hey, I saw your video online and I want to work with you. But yeah, man. So this is my reaction video to my video where I was introducing my business at the time, called 1104 Occasion, which is now called 1104 Creative. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you want more tips on ways to make money online, as well as side hustling tips and digital tools to help you level up in your business and your side hustle, you definitely want to subscribe to this channel. So give it a thumbs up, comment below, and yeah, let's connect. Until next time, bye.